Welcome, friends of the Greasy Shop Rag. Today we're going to take a look at a Jonsered 2152C chainsaw. Customer brought it in, said, sharpen the chain, look the saw over. Well, we can do that. First thing I always do is look into the fuel tank and see what we have in there. And we'll pressure test the fuel line and see if there's any holes in that line or if the carburetor's got any leaks. So to do that, we remove the fuel filter and put, in this case, a Mighty Vac pump on the end of the line. And we're going to put no more than 10 pounds of pressure on that line. So there's our 10 pounds. It should hold that for a minute. If it doesn't move in 10 or 15 seconds, I call it good. If there's a hole in the line, that needle's not going to hold at all. It's just going to drop. So we're happy that the line and the carburetor are sealed. We put a new fuel filter on it, and good enough. The gas smelled alright. Didn't think it was old. So the next thing we want to do is remove the top cover. See what life looks like underneath here. I mean, it's a little dirty. Normal use. Looks like it gets periodically cleaned or very little use of the saw. It'll be cleaned out before it leaves the shop, though. So once I remove the spark plug, we're going to want to look into the cylinder. Yeah, spark plug looks like it's pretty good. We're going to look into the cylinder and see what there is to see.
Pipes!
Now in this case, I'm not completely happy with the way that cylinder looks in there. And I know that this saw doesn't get a lot of use, so any light scratching in there, I mean, we're going to live with it. If this guy was earning a living with the saw, then we have to discuss maybe some alternatives, but at this point we're going to, well, we wanted to set the fast idle by pulling the choke out and returning it, but the choke lever is not even connected. You know, I'm starting to think that that's the whole reason the guy brought this saw in, is because he couldn't get it started because the choke didn't work. Well, I see on the first pull I had 100 pounds of compression, and it looks like it's up to about 140. There's nothing wrong with that. So whatever scratching I saw in there, we're just gonna let it ride. We'll let the customer know that there's wear in the cylinder, and in this case, the homeowner, he'll ask me, you know, how long it'll last, or if he can get his tree cut down or whatever, and he will. If he's just reacting to storm damage once in a while, he's still got a lot of life left in the saw. So we're happy with the fuel tank and fuel line and fuel filter, and happy enough with the condition of the cylinder. We got a new spark plug in there. The chain drive looked good. That's going to come apart anyway because we're going to pull the chain off of here and sharpen it. But this starter cover, this is where all the cooling air for the engine enters the engine. And when it's dirty and blocked up like this, that only restricts airflow. So part of regular maintenance should be to clean this out underneath here. And we're going to take care of that for them. The other thing we want to do while we're underneath here is check the ignition module air gap to the magnets on the flywheel. We insert our gauge between the coil and the flywheel, and if it slides in there but it's not too loose, then we're happy. Just checking the tightness of the screws on that ignition module as well. Alright, like magic, it's all cleaned up. And that was just a matter of taking it outside and hitting it with compressed air. Now this blue wire is the kill wire that goes from the switch to the ignition module, along with the ground wire alongside of it. And then we have the high tension lead for the spark plug. All of those things have their own track on that air conductor black plastic piece that's around the flywheel. You want to make sure everything's snapped into that track so that nothing comes loose and lands down in the fins of the flywheel and gets torn up. This particular air filter has a nylon mesh screen, and they're cleanable. You can blow them out with compressed air. Don't get carried away. You don't want to blow a hole through that mesh air filter. So you can see they clean up quite well. After you're done blowing it out, take a look, put a light behind it, and make sure you didn't blow any holes through the filter. I mean, if a little bit of grit or debris is in your airline, you could easily blow a hole and damage that nylon mesh. And then you'd just be allowing dirt to enter the engine, so that's no good. Looks like our throttle linkage works alright. Just a basic once over on the saw. So that's all I got for you in the Jonsered 2152C chainsaw. Thanks for watching. Later.